Have you ever felt resentment as a caregiver and then immediately felt guilty for feeling it? If you have, you're not alone. You're also not a bad person. I've been a caregiver for my wife Sonia ever since she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's back in January 2020. And I'll be honest, there are parts of this journey that no one prepares you for. There are things you think you'll feel, and then there are emotions that catch you completely off guard. For me, the one that surprised me the most, the one I really didn't want to admit, was resentment. I remember this one moment. I had made Sonia a protein shake and some finger foods, cheese cubes, pepperoni slices. I came into the living room to check on her and found the protein shake poured all over the floor. The glass was still on the snack table. She had done this before. It wasn't even a big thing, but I was tired. I was stressed. I had a headache. I hadn't eaten. And that time something just boiled up in me. I didn't yell. I didn't slam a door. I just cleaned it up. No warmth, no connection. I was shut down. And then it hit me. I felt resentful. Not toward Sonia, at least not in the way it sounds, but toward the situation, toward this endless loop I couldn't escape, toward the fact that my life, the life we planned together, was now wrapped around medications and memory loss and routines and exhaustion. And then, just as fast as I felt the resentment, I felt guilt, deep guilt. Because how could I, someone who loves her so much, feel that? But here's what I've learned, and I want to pass this on to you today. Resentment is a normal emotion. Let me say that again for all family caregivers. Resentment is normal. It doesn't mean you're a bad spouse or child or caregiver. It doesn't mean you failed. It means something inside you is waving a flag trying to get your attention. It's saying, I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I need something too. But here's the problem. We don't talk about it. Not openly, because we're ashamed of it, because we think we shouldn't feel it, because we bought into this unspoken belief that a good caregiver never complains, never gets angry, never resents the person they're caring for. But that's a dangerous myth, and I want to break it right now. Resentment isn't a sign that you don't love someone. It's a sign that you've been pushing down your own needs for too long. It's a natural response when you're constantly giving and giving and giving and not refilling your own cup. Think about it. If your car runs out of gas, do you blame it? Of course not. You stop and refill the tank. But when you run out of emotional fuel, what do? Most caregivers just keep driving, and eventually something breaks down. Usually, it's you. Resentment doesn't show up all at once. It creeps in slowly, one small moment at a time. You cancel a lunch date. You miss a family gathering. You say no to something fun because your loved one needs you. You do the hard thing again and again and again. And no one notices. No one says, thank you. And somewhere deep inside, a tiny voice says, what about me? That voice isn't selfish, it's honest. And if we ignore it, if we keep stuffing it down because we think we're not supposed to feel that way, it only gets louder. It starts showing up in your tone of voice, in your body language, in your health. It steals your patience, your presence, your peace. And what happens next? Guilt. Because now you're snapping at the person you love. You're short, you're distant, and you hate that feeling. So now you've got resentment and guilt, and that's the emotional trap so many caregivers live in without ever saying a word. So what do we do about it? We stop pretending. We stop pretending that this is easy. We stop pretending that we're okay when we're not, and we start telling the truth to ourselves first. Here's something that helped me. I started naming the feeling out loud. When it came up, I would say, I feel resentful right now. Not to make it worse, not to blame, just to acknowledge it, just to let it be real. And you know what? That alone started to take the power out of it. Resentment thrives in silence, but when you name it, it starts to lose its grip. The next thing I did, and I still do this, is ask myself, what boundary did I let go of that allowed this resentment to build? Most of the time, it's because I said yes when I should have said no, or I didn't ask for help. I didn't want to be a burden, or I tried to be everything to everyone and forgot to be anything to myself. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're loving. They protect both of you. They keep the relationship healthy, and they keep you from breaking. And finally, I began taking small breaks. Not big ones, just little things every day that reminded me that I still exist, that I'm more than just a caregiver. A walk, a favorite song, 5 minutes to breathe, anything that told my nervous system, you're allowed to be here too. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to start showing yourself a little of the same compassion you give to everyone else. And if no one's told you this lately, you're doing an incredible job, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if no one says thank you, even if you feel angry or exhausted or, yes, even resentful. You're still worthy of rest, of support, of peace. And that's what the Caregiver Mastery System is all about. But before I tell you more about that, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt resentment as a caregiver, even though you didn't want to admit it? What brought it up for you? Maybe it was something small. Maybe it was something big. Drop a comment below and let me know. You're not alone, and this is a safe space. If you're feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, or like you're losing yourself in caregiving, you're not alone. That's exactly why I created the Caregiver Mastery System, a step-by-step roadmap designed to help you manage stress, anger, and burnout so you can care for your loved one without sacrificing yourself in the process. Inside, you learn how to say yes to yourself without guilt, reduce overwhelm, and find peace, even during the hardest moments. I call this place Heaven Island, a mindset of calm and clarity where you can care for your loved one without losing yourself. And just so you know, this isn't some giant time-consuming program. I didn't create it to add more to your plate. I created it to lift the weight off your shoulders. The lessons are short and practical, and if you apply what I teach in just minutes a day, I guarantee you'll start to feel a real difference in 2 or 3 weeks. Click the link below or visit caregivermasterysystem.com to get started today. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe. I post caregiver support videos every Monday and Thursday. And if this message resonated with you, share it using the hashtag #CaregiverMastery so other caregivers can find the support they need too. You're not alone in this. Let's do this together.